What's up guys, it's RJ. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, another pair of Adidas. However, a little bit of a surprise. It's a basketball shoe and it's in collaboration with Pharrell Williams. So today we're taking a look at the crazy Byw 2.0. It's a crazy colorway, something that we've come to expect from Pharrell. Before we dive in, give you guys a look at the box. Nothing too spectacular. Flip top lid, all black, Adidas branding all about. Size tag right here, 10.5, true to size. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. And without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so here you have them. And before we go any further, I've got to put it out there. I don't review many basketball shoes. I think in all of my videos, I've talked about a couple pair of Jordans and maybe a Harden. I think a Harden is probably it. And aside from that, it's always runners. For some reason, I saw these, they caught my eye. I've been wanting to get back into playing ball. Obviously with the quarantine life that we're living through right now, I haven't really gotten outside, but I may hold on to these. I kind of like them. I was a little iffy at first and they're kind of growing on me. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. As always, both left and right are exactly the same. So we'll go ahead and put one aside, take a look at the left and let's break it down. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with the upper. Basically all the, like I said, tie-dye or rainbow hits all throughout is going to be the mesh upper. As usual, you've got a very soft, breathable mesh, typical from Adidas, obviously. And then if you take a look at the toe box, you have this brown hit that kind of runs all the way around the toe box right here, and that is a felt material. Obviously, in the case of playing ball, that's gonna be there just for a little bit of durability. Make sure that if anybody's landing on your feet or if you're kicking anything, just anything along those lines, you're not gonna be putting holes in that mesh right there. And then you've got a little extra knitting reinforcement on the front right here, as well as right behind that mesh panel on the lateral portion of the shoe. Now heading up towards the center portion, we are gonna have Adidas 3-stripe branding. It is gonna be brown underlays with just slight teal or blue overlays, double lines on each of those stripes right there. We have more felt material right here beneath that leather portion, and that's gonna be an almost a pink salmon color. And then we'll talk more about this when we get down to the midsole, obviously, just rubber reinforcements up top right there. Coming back to the back panel of the shoe, we do have a pull strap, pull tab, whatever you prefer to refer to that as, and it's gonna be in a purple hue. 3 more stripes right there. Could be a little bit more Adidas branding, not really 100% on that one. And sliding over to the medial portion of the shoe, we do have the same 3-stripe branding right there as we saw on the lateral portion, as well as that same felt material right there. Now coming back to the front of the shoe or the top view, we are gonna have the lacing system. We've got more felt right here, this time in an orange color, basically making up the entire lacing system. We've got loops holding the laces in place all the way up to the top, where we hit the top of the tongue, and you are gonna have a little bit more Adidas branding right there, encapsulated in a little bit of a rubber plastic jewel that came laced up in these blue laces that match all the other blue hits throughout the shoe, almost a teal or aqua blue, I guess. Essentially, the tongue is almost a half booty that's gonna give you full support inside the shoe, and that booty is a neoprene feeling material. We've got typical nylon liner inside the ankle portion of the shoe right here, and that yellow color is gonna match the neoprene on the tongue right here. The insole is glued down, so I'm not gonna pull that out, but you can see a ton of design and detail on the insole itself. Everything up top makes the shoe ridiculously comfortable. Obviously, it is a basketball shoe, already touched on that, but if you're the type of person who just likes to rock basketball shoes, you know, on a daily basis, just casually, whatever the case may be, this is a very comfortable shoe. I'll get down to the midsole and everything that goes into that in just a minute, but just know that all the materials up top, very high quality, just overall a very comfy sneaker. And like I said, we'll get more into that in just a bit. All right, so heading down to the midsole and outsole portion of the shoe, I thought for a moment we were dealing with adiprene with a mixture of boost, but I think what we have is just a typical EVA molded rubber, and then obviously the boost, which is visible on the medial portion of the midsole. Flipping back to this side real quick, you obviously have several different colors running through that midsole. Like I said, just sculpted rubber for lack of better verbiage. We've got oranges, more blues, and then purple's what you're gonna see on the actual outsole of the shoe. And then we have these rubber hits right here, which will add a little bit of stability of the shoe and make sure that, you know, you're not rolling your ankles or rolling your foot all the way over. So while they look kind of crazy, something almost aquatic, something from the sea for I just couldn't come up with anything else, but that's just the kind of vibe that I get from it. You've got browns and blues and just overall an array of colors throughout the entire silhouette. So definitely a little outlandish, but like I said, this is what we've come to expect from Pharrell. It's either gonna be crazy minimal with very little color or just off the wall loud like this one. So anyway, back to the midsole. We'll go ahead and flip over to the medial portion. And yes, we do have a decent amount of boost all throughout the midsole as well. Gonna add a ton of comfort, a ton of cushion, and if you know boost, you know, man, it's a great cushioning system. I'm glad they threw it into this sneaker, and you've heard me talk about it if you watch my channel at any point in time. It's typically a boost sneaker we're talking about. So anyway, you do have the boost creeping through on the medial portion of the shoe. It is a little difficult to tell exactly how far the boost goes into the midsole, and if it is running the entire length. I think it probably is in some capacity, because if we flip over to the outsole, what you're seeing is a almost translucent rubber outsole all the way through. You've got the little crazy logo right there. If you're familiar, that goes back all the way back to the days of when Kobe was rocking with Adidas. For those of you who don't know, just the crazy lineup was always a big basketball thing back in the day. So that little guy right there is from way back when. Anyway, aside from that, I was getting off track. We'll get back into the boost. You've got a little bit of what is kind of like a torsion system down here, just a X'd out torsion system, make sure more stability and whatnot. But you do see the boost creeping through right there in those two little windows, which makes me think the boost is running a decent length of the shoe. If you know for sure it is, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section down below. Like I said, the shoe is ridiculously comfy overall, so I wouldn't be surprised if in some capacity, like I said, we are getting a full length boost midsole beneath all the EVA and all the rubbers out there. That's pretty much the shoe as well as I can break it down. Again, forgive me, I don't break down basketball sneakers very often, but like I said, when I saw these, I had to pick them up. As far as pricing goes, we're looking at 180 bucks. Little steep, but because we have boost, I'm always going to expect the price point to be just a little bit higher. I know Harden's, this last pair that came out, the volume 4s, do not feature boost. They've got that light strike midsole, which brought the price way down. Dame's sneakers have always been non-boost sneakers, and those are down 120, 130-ish. So when you're gonna have a boost basketball sneaker, it is gonna be a little bit higher in price, and that's right there equivalent with an ultra boost and you know, an array of other shoes that are pricey, all the Yeezys. As far as comfort goes, I'm gonna like 8.5, 9 out of 10. If I was playing ball, I wouldn't even second guess it. I would put these on. They feel very stable. I don't picture these, you know, having any issues with ankles, rolling over, anything like that. They are a mid top, not very high. So if you're looking for something with crazy ankle support, you're probably gonna wanna look elsewhere just because of how high these are. Sizing, I did go true to size. I'm a 10.5 true to size, and these feel great on feet. I wouldn't deter from that at all. Typically you want your basketball sneakers to be right on point. You wanna be rocking something that's gonna feel great on the court, especially if you're getting out there and actually playing in them. So go true to size. There's a ton of room width-wise, length-wise is perfect, true to size. You got just a little bit of room, and making sure those toes aren't snuggled up against the front of the toe box there. So that's gonna do it, guys. Again, this is the Adidas Crazy Boost You Wear 2.0 from Pharrell Williams. And I will go ahead and throw these on feet, give you guys a better look at them aesthetically. If you have any questions about this sneaker at all, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to get back to you and hopefully be able to help you out as much as possible. If you're brand new to the channel, do me a giant favor, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, get a notification anytime I drop something on this channel. And before you bounce, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, like the video, definitely helps gain traction. And that's gonna do it, guys. Until next time, make sure you're staying safe, staying inside, doing your part, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.